We use Boston sausages, which we've used for 40 years.
We sort of doubled everything up basically. You get 3 rashers of bacon, you get 2 of the Boston sausage, Lincolnshire sausages, which are, in my opinion, some of the best. If you can finish the Big Daddy, I'll be very impressed, because I couldn't even touch the sides on that one today. Sometimes in this process, you're going to feel like you don't want to do it. And that is where our consistency and our willpower drives us forward. Wabble, wabble. What's wabble, wabble?
That duck one. Welcome to this week's episode of Driver Pub Landlord. We've had a shocker of a week so far, and it is only Tuesday. Both our girls are poorly. We've not slept for 3 days, but we are working with it.
It's January, the weather's dismal. I'm sure you're seeing all the articles online about all the extra pressure that the hospitality industry is under right now. So we're going to run you through a little bit about that. We're going to tell you what we do as a business to make sure that, or try and make sure that we're not the next pub to close, and also have breakfast, and I'm going to tackle a Big Daddy. So welcome to this episode of
Driver Pub Landlord.
Back roads race, some big soul, bonfire burning where the wild things go. Radio up with the window down, that's how we do it in a no-name town. Cornfield hard with a yeah.
So as if we haven't got enough going on, we've got a new channel, new pub, we've got an Airbnb, we've got this pub that we're trying to keep afloat. Harry's also decided now that he wants to introduce a new department to our work.
which is called the Independent Pub Collective. So just to explain it in layman's terms, we've actually already picked up some traction, and the BBC Radio Lincolnshire want to talk to us, and I think today, so we'll hopefully get that in the video. But the Independent Pub Collective is literally that. It's a collective of pubs, whether it be locally or nationally, where we can advise a peer-to-peer group, rather than having competition, where we can advise, we can help each other, we can talk about energy prices, we can talk about gas, we can talk about electricity, we can talk about where we're getting our food from if you're a food-led business, we can talk about laundry companies. We've had nightmares over the years with laundry companies, overcharging, and just even sometimes it's just nice to have a little bit of reassurance to say, I've just had this bill, you know, what's everyone else paying? Like, are you paying a lot less than us? There's just been some horror stories, hasn't there, over the years? And something to just remember is the book ends here. You know, we go through life, and in general, you'll have someone that can advise you. Sometimes these advisors cost hundreds of pounds an hour. This was originally, or has been set up to literally just pull everyone together.
Yeah, because
So
everyone's going to have knowledge in certain areas.
Yeah.
And it's just helpful to have somewhere where you can go and say, look, has anyone experienced this? Does anyone know anything about this? Has anyone got any advice? Without
I've made a mistake here.
Yeah.
Has anyone else done this? You know.
Yeah. We had an issue before with that gas company that we're only half filling our canisters. How many other people are they doing that to?
Yeah.
How many other pubs are like suffering as a result of that? There's no reason why we can't work together for, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah,
I just think, I always say the same thing, like, we get into this industry because we're passionate about food, or we're passionate about beer or something like that, and we're all probably the same. We don't necessarily get into this industry because, you know, we want to run a company, or we want to manage a HR department, and we want to, you know, deal with mortgage brokers and energy suppliers and things like that. And there's this whole other side where self-employed publicans don't have anyone to go to. I'm not saying that I'm the most knowledgeable person, but I feel like if there was 10 of us in a group or 20 of us in a group where we could go to for advice, you know, that would just be extremely helpful to a lot of people.
Be interesting to see how it kind of progresses and develops. So I think there's loads of Facebook groups out there, but essentially when I've like gone through them, they're all just pubs posting, oh, we've got pie night tonight, oh, it's steak night, this is what we're doing here.
I mean, it got a few comments, didn't it? And like some people were like, you know, no discredit to those comments, by the way. I think as much information as possible is great.
Well, it's really interesting to see other people's
some people
point of view, and I'd be interested to know why he said, or she said, I don't know if it was a woman or a man, why she said that. You probably need to explain what they said.
But which one are you
You
talking
know the
about?
one where they said, try reducing your hours, close a couple of days
Oh,
a
yeah.
week. Like, a lot of people do that, and we've always been like, well,
No.
if we're not open, we can't take any money. And obviously, we've got rooms as well, which makes it a bit more difficult because we have to be open.
But I always think we focus more, hence why, you know, we're videoing today. We focus more on marketing and sales rather than reducing staff costs. So it's sort of a bit backwards, but I do understand that if you're going down the route of reducing your hours and closing your pub more and closing earlier or whatever, then in general that just you're going down a certain route and eventually it's closure. You know, as soon as that door's locked, you cannot take any money. You're not going to pay any bills. You're not, you know. That's why when we came in, we were like, right, okay, well, what can our opening hours be?
Yeah.
7:30 till 11, 7 days a week. We open for breakfast every single day.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably one thing we did to, like, notice. It's a whole new service. It's basically having 2 lunches.
Yeah.
So we have to have staff on site anyway. We have to have a chef in, and we have to have a front of house member of staff because we've got hotel rooms. Even if there's only one member of the public staying, we've still got to be open. So for us, it made sense to open to the public, push our breakfast, market it, and now it's as busy as our lunch service, I would say. Breakfasts are growing. And I would say dinner or evening meals have decreased a little bit, particularly Saturday night. Saturday nights used to be our busiest night, whereas actually now we're busier throughout the week in the evenings, and our breakfasts are building. And I think that just
I think that's
kind
a
of
sign of cost of living.
Yeah.
Because if you go on a Saturday, you spend more money. You're going to probably have more to drink.
I mean, if me and you go out for dinner during the week, it's normally, should we just nip out for dinner because we can't bother to cook? Very different to, right, let's get dressed up, let's go out for dinner, let's get the kids looked after. If we go out on a Saturday night and the kids are being babysat, that's a couple of bottles of wine, it's 3 courses.
Oh, I look forward to that night. I can't remember. But yeah, so anyway, there's loads of sort of good conversation there about, you know, the things that we've done. And I think that leads us quite nicely onto breakfast. So I think let's go grab breakfast in the restaurant. We might even just quickly nip you into the hotel room and see how Chris is getting on, see if he's got any stories for us.
Chris had a bit of an incident this morning. Did you hear about his incident?
No.
So he pulled the waste pipe out to...
Was that this morning?
Or was it last? It might have been yesterday. Anyway, so he's pulled the waste pipe out, and obviously whoever was upstairs had just done a poo. Poo all over the floor.
It's a joint waste pipe then, obviously. Oh my God.
So yeah, no
That's
poo
funny.
now, it's all cleaned up, but I don't think he was too happy.
Joyce. And I don't think he's very well. I think he's got what the kids have had, so yeah. So let's go see him, eh?
Yeah. Dirt on my boots and a dream in my veins. Let's ride. I was born where the
So what happened this morning? Someone flushed the toilet on you?
Pulled the pipe out and all the poo come out.
So stud work's nearly done. Trey's going in today whilst Mark's here.
Yeah, all the mixers in.
How is the
Yeah,
tray?
is it?
Does it fit?
Hey?
The tray fit?
No, it's got to take a little bit out of the wall. But we knew that already.
I'll let you have a little look.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
You haven't stopped all weekend, mate, have you?
No. Yeah, Sunday. We get the tray in today, really.
Lovely.
You haven't got a riser for that. It's just a handheld thing, yeah?
Sweet. All right then, mate. We'll catch up with you in a bit.
So we're going to go and have some breakfast now. Our breakfast menu is actually quite different to what you might expect. We do have your standard full English, your bacon baps, but we also have some really exciting dishes that our chefs come up with. We also have amazing coffee. I would say our coffee is pretty elite. We get our beans from 200 Degrees, which is a local-ish company. I believe they started in Nottingham, but they do also have a shop in Lincoln. All of our staff are barista trained, so when you come in for a cup of coffee, it's not the sort of coffee you'd expect to have in a pub. It is top-notch barista coffee with some of the best beans that you can find.
yeah. Dirt on my boots and a dream in my veins.
Right, so this is a Big Daddy breakfast. We use Boston sausages, which we've used for 40 years. They're the farmhouse Boston sausage. So we double up on everything. on here. Go. And this is a croissant beignet, which is poached eggs, croissant, hollandaise with crispy pancetta and topped with chives. Yeah, it's all right.
Perfect. Yeah.
Chives on the top. Close that up. Right, so I want my beans and my eggs. Two fried eggs. Baked beans. Everything's locally sourced from local people. And that's it. It's our Big Daddy and our croissant beignet.
Dirt on my boots and a dream in my veins. Let's ride. I was born where the map turns grey.
This is obviously our Big Daddy breakfast, which is one of the sort of more popular breakfast options on our menu. We sort of doubled everything up basically. You get 3 rashers of bacon, you get 2 of the Boston sausage, Lincolnshire sausages, which are, in my opinion, some of the best. Hash browns, eggs are from Jim Turner's, which is like less than a mile away. Black pudding, I think, is Boston sausage as well, isn't it?
I believe so.
Tomato, mushroom, toast and beans, and not for the faint-hearted, but on days like today, it's a sort of meal you can have and then not worry about eating again until
12 o'clock.
at night. Well, yeah, what, about 20 minutes? Then what have you got, darling?
I have got the croissant beignet. So you've got our croissant from Vine's Bakery, based in Lincoln. Crispy pancetta, hollandaise sauce, and soft poached eggs. My favourite, to be fair.
Wow. So what's your favourite bit about that breakfast?
I do like a traditional eggs Benedict, but I just think the croissant just tops it off. And I feel like pancetta is superior to bacon. No offence to our bacon lovers.
6 years ago, when we first took the pub over, we were sort of staffing a kitchen for the hotel, so we'd have 7 rooms. So if we had maybe 1 room booked in, we would still have to staff breakfast from a certain time. Obviously, you can get a time of arrival from your guest.
Oh, we had to get up.
Yeah, but potentially we could have staff on site from like 7:30 till 11 and only do like 5 breakfasts. Maybe, you know, at the best case scenario, it'd be 14. So it made no sense to not open for breakfast for us. But actually now we've sort of taken the plunge. It's been so good. I mean, I don't know how many we would do a week, but
I mean, we started initially, so obviously we were always open for breakfast for the hotel, but we very quickly decided that we needed to be making it more worthwhile for those staff to be in. So we opened at weekends to start with. Saturday, Sunday we did breakfast to the public, and they were really, really popular. And we kind of just got to the point where we thought, we might as well just do it.
I think as well, if
Every
you
day.
rewind, there is a few more breakfast spots now, but if you rewind, there wasn't that many places. There's now like a few more cafes have opened up in those last 6 years, but right at the start of all this, we would like to go for breakfast and we just couldn't find anywhere.
I remember going for one place, and I won't mention where, but I think I just had something simple like crumpets, and you can't go wrong with crumpets, so it was lovely. But Harry had a full English, and the sausages were like stone cold, and I think that just solidified that there really was nowhere to go.
I think that was the decision, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't just cold, it was like it had just come out of a fridge. It hadn't been warmed up. But anyway, we don't like to talk bad of
I think
places.
they're closed now.
These sausages, by the way, the best sausages in the world. I hope you've really enjoyed the episode. What are the main things? Let's summarise the main things that we are doing to sort of secure our future in the hospitality industry.
So I think we're going against the grain, and we're extending opening hours, which some people might say is the opposite of what we should be doing, but for us it's worked.
Yeah.
We've
really pushed breakfast and created a whole new service
Yeah.
that never existed before.
And people are really, really enjoying it, aren't
yeah,
they?
definitely. I mean, it's different, isn't it? It's not
Yeah,
what
and
every other pub is doing.
Marketing is such an important part of any business, and there's a lot of pubs that don't do as much marketing as us. You know, things like the YouTube channel, for example. If you'd have said to us a few years ago, we're going to have a YouTube channel around hospitality, I'd have looked at you, gone out, I think. So yeah, and here we are, filming another episode. So yeah.
And then also, obviously, this Independent Pub Collective Facebook page or Facebook group. Is it
Yeah.
a group page? I'm not sure.
It's a Facebook group, yeah, which will hopefully pull together, as stated, some peers in the industry, so we can sort of clash heads. So, yeah, I think the more we do, the more successful we'll be, and the lower the chances of our little old pub closing down. So yeah, fingers crossed. Let's see what
Positive spin onto hospitality for a change. So
yeah.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Come down and try us for breakfast if you haven't already. There's not many places you can sit and have breakfast in front of a roaring fire and potentially with a tipple or two.
And if you can finish the Big Daddy, I'll be very impressed, because I couldn't even touch the sides on that one today. So
Harry will
yeah.
buy you a pint. If you can finish a Big Daddy all on your own, Harry will personally buy you
We'll
a
have to
pint.
set up like CCTV cameras and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, a little bit more informative than usual, and I hope we'll have a good update for you next time we're recording. Thank you very much.
Back roads race some big soul.